Hi, this is Renee Stanley from Movie Review Relay, and we're here to talk about 24. 24 is an American television series produced by the Fox Network, and it's syndicated worldwide, starring Kiefer Sutherland as the counter-terrorist unit agent Jack Bauer. Each 24-episode season covers 24 hours in the life of Jack Bauer. The television show premiered in 2001 and was broadcast over 8 seasons. The finale broadcast was in 2010. The 24 TV series was the favorite of many celebrities, politicians, and government officials. They thought this was great. A 12-episode series entitled 24 Live Another Day began on last night. So it's back on the Fox Network. So let's talk about it. So, 24 Live Another Day is set 4 years after the series ended, and it opens with Jack Bauer living in London, England, as a fugitive from justice. However, the London CIA has captured Jack, and Jack is basically silent for most of this episode. You know, he doesn't want to say anything. You can tell there's something that's really important happening, and he doesn't want to give anything away. And if you know anything about the Jack Bauer character, he's a strong, brave, a super hero in a way, because he can take a lot of torture, and he's a superman. He's a great fighter, and he doesn't let people intimidate him very easily. So he knows how to be silent amongst the worst torment. You see him handcuffed, and he's being led away to the torture room with this stoic, brave face. And you don't know what's going to happen, neither does he, but he's ready regardless of what it is. He's like this big hero, you know. The scene then switches to the American Lieutenant Tanner, whose job responsibilities include controlling the drones in the command center, and there he must protect the British Allies forces. It's a job of the utmost importance, since Lieutenant Tanner must always know where the missiles are at all times, where they're being stored, where they're being launched. He has to watch the monitor to make sure that these drones are going where they're supposed to go. Okay. He requests leave to go see his family, and he's denied leave, and it really pisses him off. He's very upset about it. And his superiors see that he's upset about it too, but they don't care. As far as they're concerned, they need him, so he has to stay, and that's it. But these events become very important later on, you'll see. So the same Lieutenant Tanner mentions to the lead agent, Navarro, that Kate was asking about Jack Bauer. Now, Agent Navarro appears to support Kate, and he makes disparaging remarks about Lieutenant Tanner. So automatically you tend to, he might be moving toward Kate all along. Kate used to be an agent. Lieutenant Tanner has criticized Kate, saying that Kate's kind of messed up. She's not the best agent. But Agent Navarro, he's on the fence, kind of, you could tell. Agent Navarro then goes to confront Jack in his hand as Jack's. Agent Navarro confronts Jack Bauer. You know, Jack Bauer's in handcuffs. So he's trying to figure out, why did Jack come? If anything, he should stay far away from, he's a fugitive. He should stay far away. He shouldn't come to our base. So they're trying to find out why Jack came to the base. He basically tells Jack he's a terrorist, not a hero. He demands Jack give him information pertaining to why he's there, the very place he should logically avoid. The scene then switches to Chloe O'Brien. She's strapped to a gurney inside that same building and has IVs attached to her forearm. A nefarious man is standing over her, prepared to give her an injection, and we don't know what the injection is, but you figure it got to be bad because they want to get information out of her too. So the nefarious gentleman comes, the nefarious torturer, we'll call him the torturer. He comes and he says to Chloe O'Brien, she's one of Jack's agent, affiliates, one of hackers that works with Jack. He says, "What are you and Jack up to? What are you guys doing?" And she's like, "Go to hell!" She's not going to tell him anything. She's really, she's strong too. She's going to be strong and brave too. But at that point, he looks at her and he takes this injection, and the next thing you know, she screams, "Ah!" She screams. Okay, so next thing you know, she screams, and you don't know what's in it, but you know it can't be good. Okay. Next, the scene moves to the White House. The White House has been informed about Jack Bauer, that he's been caught, but he's not talking. They're trying to make him talk. Nobody's been able to do it yet. The president has been told secretly that he's gotten dementia, that the signs are coming, and he's, it's slowly going to be, losing his memory and forgetting things and probably not able to fulfill his duties. But they're keeping it very secretive. They don't want anybody to know that, quite naturally, because of course it will undermine the power of the White House. So the son-in-law knows, the daughter knows some of it, but not everybody. Some people suspect it, but they don't know for sure. Then we move back to the interrogation room where Kate rushes in and yells at Bauer to tell what he knows. That's it. She's sick of him. Tell her what you know. Kate notices that the lie detector, when she's trying to yell at Bauer, lie detector graph looks very flat because he's very cool, calm, and collective. If you know how these things work, there's something about the emotions and stress when you lie. The line then jumps. But Jack's being very cool and calm, so they don't know whether he's lying or not. He's not saying anything. But when Kate rushes in and yells at him, "Why are you here, Chloe? Why are you here?" Then all of a sudden, the graph jumps. So she realizes there's something that he's not saying that has to do with why he's here. But I guess everybody kind of knew that. Okay, but I think everybody kind of knew that, so I'm not sure what that served. But anyway, so she's saying to Agent Navarro now, "Let me handle Jack. I can handle Jack. You get out of the way. I'll take care of him. I can get out of him stuff that you can't." And she kind of threatens him in a way by saying that if he fails, she's going to tell his superiors that she could have gotten the information, but he didn't let her. So she kind of gives him that type of backhanded threat, And he knows, he sees it. So he relents, and he gives the investigation to Kate now. So Kate goes after Jack. In the meantime, Jack's headed to the torture room where they're going to, I guess, waterboard him or whatever they do to the agents to make them talk when the lie detector fails, okay? But then Jack, in handcuffs, the superhero that he is, the super agent that he is, fights these guards with his handcuffs. He gets away. He takes one of the guards and he torments him with the gun. He disarms him, and then he asks him again, "Where is Chloe?" Because he wants to rescue not just himself, but he wants to take Chloe and rescue her too. So, of course, the guy, because he's going to die or whatever, he tells Jack where Chloe is, and they start to escape together. He and Chloe. He sees Chloe. She looks all, disoriented. At first you think she's dead because she's just lying there on the gurney, but no, he wakes her. Okay, then they both start out together, and they try to escape from this base with all of these military guards and security. Okay, so you see a whole litany of explosions. There's one guy in particular that is helping Jack escape. So he detonates the key explosion that causes this big hole in the pavement that allows Chloe and Jack to escape right through the ground and into a waiting van. At the same time, here comes Kate and her crew, trying to reclaim him. However, it's too late. Jack gets away. So the scene then moves to the president and his family as they prepare to attend an event in London where they're going to meet the Prime Minister. Now, they're going to be discussing a military base in London where they want to use these drones. That's the whole purpose of this meeting, is to try to convince the London people that they want to have the drones at the London base. Of course, you have all these protests outside, similar to the protests that they have here in America, where they have the signs and everything, because they don't want these drones on the base. No way. All right, so it's a very controversial issue with the people there. Now we're back. Now the scene shifts back to Lieutenant Tanner. Tanner is the gentleman the officer who is watching the monitor to see that the drones are hitting the right spots, that the missiles aren't going stray, that they're all accounted for, and they're not going in the wrong direction. Well, you would know that, of course, a missile gets loose. And Tanner looks at his board here. He's trying to figure out, how did that happen? He doesn't know. So he tries to get the drone to go in another direction so it won't hurt people, because it's headed right toward the British convoy, which, of course, it's a bad time. It's a bad time for anyone to die. But right now, the president is trying to convince the London people that these drones are pretty safe and it's okay to have them here. Now, here's a drone that's loose and it's going right toward the convoy of British soldiers. Lieutenant Tanner picks up the phone quick. Lieutenant Tanner tries to phone the British commander to tell them to get out of the way, get away now. Here comes a drone. They can't control it. They don't know how it got there, but you gotta move, or otherwise you're gonna be dead. It's gonna be too late. Of course, they don't heed the warning in time, and these 4 British soldiers are killed. And now Lieutenant Tanner looks like it's all his fault. Some of his superiors are saying that it's because he was refused leave, and he was so mad that it got him off his game, and he allowed that to happen. Lieutenant Tanner is saying, no, there's something wrong here. There's somebody hacked into the computer and it misguided these missiles, redirected these missiles toward these British soldiers. So it's not his fault. That's what he's trying to say. So that's the big controversy. These 4 soldiers are dead. Now the president knows, he's been abreast of it, but he's got to meet the prime minister in a few minutes. So is he going to tell the prime minister, look, it's safe to have the drone there, but 4 of your guys accidentally got killed today. And that's the position that he's in at this point. And 24 is sort of famous for their cinematography with regard to the use of split screens. The first screen is Agent Navarro, and he's giving the keys and the lead to this investigation to Kate. She wanted it anyway, so now she's got it. The second one is the aftermath of the explosion at the base. And these are the explosions after Jack escaped. I mean, he's caused such havoc. But, he had to get out of there, so that was the only way he could do it. The third is the president in his limo going to confer with the Britain's prime minister about these soldiers who just got killed by quote-unquote friendly fire, because they are an ally, or was an ally. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of a sad ending, that first hour.